gi-share so good ang Book of Revelation and nahuman nato from verses 1 to 10. And sa ako nang gingon, dili na ako na ikuan, balik no, pwede niyo tanawon sa atong live or sa atong online sa Facebook page no ang previous nato na mga messages, but ako lang i-connect later ang atong study sa verses 1 to 10 before ta mag-proceed sa verses 11 to 20. And as we start, ako mo hangyoon sa pag-abli sa inyong mga Bibles, palihog in the book of Revelation chapter 1. Gikan sa verse 11 to 14, akong basahon and ang katapusan nga verse sa verse 20. Pwede po dunganan nato sa pagbasa, palihog, Revelation chapter 1, verses 11 to 14, then dunganan nato gyapon sa verse 20. Ingon dinhi, saying, I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, and what thou seest write in a book, and send it unto 7 churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and unto Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks, and in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like unto wool, and white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Verse 20. Okay, dunganan nato. The mystery of the 7 stars which thou sawest in my right hand, and the 7 golden candlesticks, and the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches. Magampo ta, Ginoo, salamat sa kahigayunan nga kami makapamalandong sa imong pulong, pakigstorya ka sa among taliwala karon nga buntag. Kini mo pagampo, pagpasalamat sa ngalan ni Jesus. Amen. Sa ako nang gingon mga kaigsunan nga ang Book of Revelation is about the revelation of Jesus Christ. Tinuod gisgutan dinhi ang Antichrist, ang beast, and all others mahitungod sa prophecy, but this book is not primarily about the Antichrist. It is not primarily about the beast, judgments, tribulation, millennium, or even rapture, mga kaigsunan. But this book, ingon sa pulong sa Ginoo, is about the revelation of Jesus Christ. And this is very important as we study this book, mga kaigsunan, because if we study Revelation only to discover unsa ang mahitabo sa umaabot, then we fail to see Jesus. Mamiss nato ang kinatibuk-an na kasing-kasing sa libro. And we all know mga kaigsunan nga si Jesus Christ, He is the central message of the whole Bible, and He is the center of God's revelation. Umunang giingon ako last week na there is a danger for us nga grabe ang atong study mahitungod sa prophecy, obsessed kay tag signs, obsessed kay ta sa symbols, grabe atong debate sa timelines, passionate kay ta in studying prophecy, but neglecting the person of Jesus Christ. This is why the author makaigsunan wants us to begin in Jesus Christ, because He is the person behind every prophecy. And He promised blessing. Makita nato diha sa verse 4. Ingon niya, blessed is the one nga nagabasa, nga nagapaminaw, and most of all nga naga-apply sa tanang nahisulat ani nga libro. Because the goal of Revelation, makaigsunan, is not just giving us information, especially mahitungod sa umaabot, but the goal of this book is genuine transformation. And we all know, ang nagsulat ani nga libro si John, he was exiled in the island of Patmos. It means John was suffering. And he suffered because he was faithful. Busa gi-mention diya sa verse 9, for the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. But in his suffering, makaigsunan, makita nato sa verse 10, ingon niya that I was in the Spirit in the Lord's day. It means that even in exile, makaigsunan, even in his suffering, ingon sa pulong sa Ginoo, si John nagpadayon sa pagsimba sa Ginoo. Ug mo nang giingon ako last time, makaigsunan, in exile he lost his freedom, he lost his ministry, he lost his church fellowship, makaigsunan, yet nawala iyahang commitment sa pag-worship sa Ginoo. In fact, ang Patmos mga igsunan was used by the enemy to silence John. It was designed to destroy him. But this place became a place mga igsunan where he received the greatest revelation of his life. And that is the book of Revelation. Ug ang iyang kinabuhi mga igsunan is one of the best examples nga nagpakita sa toa that when we choose worship in our sufferings, God can turn our battles into blessings. That is why first part from verse 1 to verse 10 naghatag sa ato ug nagtabang sa ato to understand the person of Jesus Christ. And verses 11 to 20 mga igsunan calls us, especially the church, tungod kay nagisgot siya diha sa church, to behold the glory of the person of Jesus Christ. Because if the church beholds the glory of Jesus Christ, maghatag siya transformation sa atong kinabuhi. Tungod kay gi-emphasize din ni mga igsunan ang glory ni Jesus, and we must behold His glory. And ako ang gitan-aw mga igsunan ang definition sa glory mo niyang gihatag. Ingon niya, God's glory is the full display of His divine nature. Especially the nature of Jesus Christ, His holiness, His power, His beauty, His wisdom, His love. And that glory is made visible so that all creation may know, may worship Him, and be transformed by Him. That's why as we study the book of Revelation, mga igsunan, dili lang ang pangutana nato unsay gisgutan, unsay buot pasabot sa vision, ani nga libro. But we must ask a deeper question sa atong kinabuhi. Unsay gi-reveal ani nga libro mahitungod sa persona, mahitungod sa glory, mahitungod sa beauty ni Jesus Christ, nga maoy akong object sa pagsimba. Because as the church mga igsunan beholds the glory of Christ, it empowers the church to live as light in this dark and even chaotic world, especially when it comes to prophecy. Ug mo ni ang gisgutan mga igsunan from verses 11 to 20. Na kung ikaw ug ako, even as individual Christian, as we behold the glory of Christ, then maghatag siya gahom sa atua to live as light in this world. So sugdan nato mga igsunan sa verse 1. Ingon niya sa verse 11, saying, I am the Alpha and the Omega. No, kinsay nagsulti diha mga igsunan? I am the Alpha. Sa vision ni John, I am the Alpha and the Omega. So walay nagsulti, walay lain mga igsunan kun dili si Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ identifies Himself as the Alpha and the Omega. The first and the last. Because Alpha mga igsunan is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. And Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet. And Jesus is saying mga igsunan nga siya ang sinugdan ug siya ang katapusan. It means that Jesus Christ existed before pa ang tanan. Before pa ang creation, naa na siya. And history, even history mga igsunan, is not outside of Jesus' control. Even ang church is not outside of His control. Or even ang atong kaugmaon mga igsunan is not outside of God's control because He is the Alpha and the Omega. And think about John mga igsunan during the time nga gisulat niya ang book of Revelation, or even sa iyang panahon, maybe John was asking, nga Lord, unsa man ang gakahitabo sa church, because the church this time was persecuted. O tingali sa ani nga panahon nakapangutana si John nga Lord, nganong grabe ang pag-anto sa imo mga kaanak, mga kaanakan. Unsa na ang mahitabo sa amo? And in spite sa iyang mga uncertainties, in spite sa iyang mga pangutana mga igsunan, Jesus answered him by revealing Himself. In other words, mga igsunan, it seems na ang Ginoo nagsulti kang John, nga John, before nako ipakita sa imo ang kaugmaon, I want you to remember kung kinsa ang Ginoo nga imong ginasimba. And I am the Alpha and the Omega. And that is very important mga igsunan as we face challenges, as we face uncertainties sa atong kinabuhi, labi na karon nga panahon. Because sometimes we are so focused on what is happening sa atong kinabuhi. Unsa ang gakahitabo sa atong gobyerno, unsa ang gakahitabo sa atong palibot, that we forget that we have a God who is the Alpha and the Omega. Gabi atong focus sa atong problema, or ibutan nato persecutions during this time. Grabe atong financial na mga problema. We look at sickness, we look at problems in the church, or even problema sa atong mga pamilya, or unsa pa na makaigsuunan. But Revelation makaigsuunan is reminding us that Jesus is our Alpha and He is the Omega. He is the Lord makaigsuunan bisan unsa pa ang gakahitabo sa atong palibot or even sa atong kalibutan. Kung atong tanawon ng kalibutan, it seems na grabe ang, di ba, usahay ma-discourage ta? Kahitabo sa atong gobyerno, grabe ang corruption sa atong government, grabe ang mga sakit-sakit karon nga panahon. And kung atong tanawon ng mga panghitabo sa atong kinabuhi, it seems na murag ma-discourage ta. But we must remember, mga igsunan, that yes, our future may be uncertain to us, but it is not uncertain in Jesus Christ. Because He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is Lord and He is in control, makaigsuunan sa atong kinabuhi. Aningon niya diha sa verse 11, I am the Alpha and the Omega, and what thou seest write in a book. Aningon niya, send it unto the 7 churches in Asia. So kinsa ang specific na nakadawat sa letter, makaigsuunan? The 7 churches in Asia, especially in Asia Minor. By the way, as I study this passage, makaigsunan, nakapangutan ako, nganong sa 7 churches man gyud? Specifically, nganong sa Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, Laodicea, nga daghan man mga churches pa sa Asia Minor. Naa ang Church of Colossae, naa pa ang churches in Hierapolis. Dili lang kani ang mga simbahan, makaigsunan, nga naa sa Asia Minor. But why these 7 churches? And once again, makaigsunan, since medyo limited ang atong resources, even ang atong mind, I borrowed the views of other Bible scholars, and mao niya ako nakita as they study why these 7 churches. Una nga gihatag nila mao ni because they were 7 real churches. These churches actually existed in Asia Minor. Jesus knew their strengths, their weaknesses, and even their struggles ug ang ilahang spiritual condition. And why 7? Because 7 represents completeness. And the number 7 often represents fullness or completeness in revelation. It doesn't mean nga perfect ang 7 churches, makaigsuunan. As I've said, daghan silang mga struggles diha, daghan silang mga rebukes diha. But these were perfect church, makaigsuunan, nga mahatagan sa mensahe from the book of Revelation. So these 7 represents completeness. And usa sa very common kayo na view sa mga Bible scholars because they give a picture of churches throughout history from the apostolic period ug hangtod sa simbahan before mubalik si Jesus Christ. No, ang Ephesus nagrepresent siya sa apostolic church that began to lose its first love. Usa ka simbahan nga dasig kay sa pagsugod, passionate kay sa pagsugod, pero nawala ang ilahang unang gugma. And it pictures the apostolic period. Ang Smyrna were the persecuted and the suffering church. Pergamum, the church increasingly influenced by the world. Ang Thyatira, nga ang simbahan nga nagmark by compromise and corruption. Sardis, which is considered as the dead church. Philadelphia, gitawag siya diha as faithful church. And Laodicea, the lukewarm church, associated no kani nga simbahan in the last days. Nga gahulagway siya kung unsa ang mahitabo sa simbahan before mobalik si Jesus Christ. And ang last na view is that kani nga simbahan naghulagway or bisan kinsa daw, or this church speak of every church condition karon nga panahon. No, gikan sa Ephesus hangtod sa Laodicea, gikan sa simbahan nga nawala ilahang unang gugma hangtod sa lukewarm church. Kay kung imong tanawon, tanang simbahan sa tibuok kalibutan, ma-identify nimo kay sa characteristics ani ng mga simbahan. Even, for example, even ang church, ibutan nato Bethel Baptist Church, tingali na panahon sa atong kinabuhi nga naata sa Church of Ephesus, di ba? Tingali na murag nagluya atong gugmas Ginoo na or nay mga panahon sa atong kinabuhi as a church naata sa Smyrna, naata sa Pergamos, naata sa Thyatira, or naata sa Laodicea. So they speak to every church condition karon nga panahon. That is why gipili ang 7 churches in the book of Revelation dinhi sa passage nga atong gibasa. Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, and all other churches dinhi. And notice makaigsunan nga ang simbahan diha that or these churches is represented by a candlestick. Unsay giingon diha sa verse 12, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, and I saw 7 golden candlestick. Ganun nag-represent siya og candlestick makaigsunan kaning 7 churches. Unsay naa sa candlestick? Kaya importante nga masabtan nato as a church that we represent Jesus Christ. Adingon diya in through a candlestick. Because a candlestick makaigsunan, unsay ginahawiran niya? Kahayag. Gusto implication anak makaigsunan sa ato as church? 7 golden candlestick. Because the church makaigsunan is God's representative to shine as light in a dark world. Busa ingon sa book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 14, you are the light of the world. Makaigsunan as a church, we have a mission. Nasabtan bagid nato na nga mission sa atong kinabuhi. We're not here just to simply occupy this building every Sunday. We are here to represent. Dili lang ani nga 4 corners sa building makaigsunan. You are God's representative. Maybe sa imong workplace, estudyante sa imong lugar, because you are ingon diha the light of this world. We are here to proclaim the gospel. We are here to make disciples makaigsunan. We are here to make holy lives because we are here to shine as light. And ang pangutan na lang sa atong tanan or even sa akong kaugalingon karon nga buntag, am I fulfilling that mission na gihatag sa Ginoo sa akong kinabuhi? Am I shining as light? Are you shining as light? And notice makaigsunan nga ang candlestick diha unsa ingon niya? Golden candlesticks. Unsay naa sa gold? I know, naay mga daghan kay natigom tingali gold din sa inyo ha. Unsay naa sa gold? Because gold makaigsunan speaks of something valuable. Precious. I think karon mas nagmahal ang gold. And this reminds us makaigsunan that the church is precious to Christ. Tinuod ang simbahan makaigsunan dili perfect. The 7 churches had problems. Ang Ephesus nawala ilang unang gugma. Ang Pergamos nailhan sila sa ilang compromise. Ang Thyatira grabe ang pag-tolerate nila sa false teaching. Sardis was considered as a dead church. Laodicea was lukewarm. Pero sa ingon sa Bible, kini nga mga simbahan gihigugma sa Ginoo unconditionally. Why? Because the church makaigsunan belongs to Him. And this is an encouragement sa atong tanan makaigsunan because sometimes we see problems. O sometimes ma-magnify nato ang mga weaknesses tingali sa simbahan, mga problema, mga disagreements, or people within the church nga nagpakya sa ato, or people or ministries nga naay mga struggles makaigsunan. But in spite ana ng mga imperfections makaigsunan, even sa atong mga imperfections, Jesus sees His church as something precious. That even Christ died for His church. Therefore, makaigsunan, we should never treat church carelessly. If Christ loves His church, then we must love His church. If Christ loves Bethel Baptist Church, then we should love Bethel Baptist Church. If Christ gave Himself for the church, then we should be willing to serve the church. If Christ cares makaigsunan about the spiritual condition of the church, then we should care about the spiritual condition of the church. And we must be the problem. We must be part of the problem solvers sa iyang simbahan. Dili someone nga nagahatag problema. Because ingon sa pulong sa Ginoo, the church is precious. 7 golden candlesticks. And ingon diha sa verse 13, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks one like unto the Son of Man. Kinsa ang naa daw sa 7 candlesticks makaigsunan? In the midst. Kinsa ang naa diha? Si Jesus Christ. Wala lang ni John nakita makaigsunan ang 7 golden candlesticks that represents the church. But naa si Jesus sitting in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. And this is one of the greatest encouragements in the book of Revelation, makaigsunan. Because in spite sa mga imperfections, in spite sa mga challenges na giatubang sa church, we must remember that the church is not alone. Tingali na yung mga panahon sa atong kinabuhi, even as an individual Christian, as part of His church, ma-feel nimo nga alone ka, but we must remember that church is not alone. The pastor or even kita ng mga Bible study leaders na yung mga panahon tingali sa imong kinabuhi, ma-feel nimo nga alone ka, but we must remember that you are not alone. We are not alone because Christ is in the midst of His church. Ingon diha, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. Unsay description diha nga ato makita. By the way, as you look at diha ang persona ni Jesus sitting in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, daghan kay mga descriptions na gihatag diha mahitungod kay Jesus. Gimension diha that He is one like the Son of Man. And that is a very important title makaigsunan because in the Gospels, many times gimension that Jesus Christ is the Son of Man. It simply means that Jesus Christ, yes, He is God who became man. Nagpakatawo siya. And it reminds us that Jesus Christ is truly human. And because Jesus Christ is human, nagpakatawo siya, then He understands human suffering. He knows what it means makaigsunan to be tired. He knows what it means to be rejected. He knows what it means to suffer. And He knows what it means makaigsunan to be persecuted. And that is why sa imong pag-alagad o sa akong pag-alagad sa Ginoo, even this time sa early church, sa ilang pag-alagad sa Ginoo, nag-antos man sila. But nasabtan ni Jesus ang ilang mga pag-antos. Maybe na mga panahon sa imong kinabuhi, gireject ka in sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ or even sharing your faith to others pag-igsunan. But we must remember that you are not alone. Jesus understands what you feel makaigsunan sa imong kinabuhi because He is the Son of Man. Ginoo siya nga nagpakatawo. And by the way, daghan pag mga descriptions no nga gihatag akong gilista dihang uban, gimension clothed with garment down to the foot, girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and His hairs were like wool, white as snow, and His eyes were as flame of fire. By the way, mo nang giingon ako di ba nga as you study the book of Revelation daghan kag mga signs, symbols, and tanan nga mga signs niya naarapod or ang mga meaning niya na mismo sa book of Revelation. And I can share a lot no about those descriptions, but since limited ang atong time, ako na lang nang i-assignment sa inyo ha, no? Pwede niyo i-search unsa ang meaning ana mga descriptions na gihatag diha sa Revelation chapter 1 gikan sa verse 12 hangtod sa sunod na mga verses. But let me give you some applications no through those descriptions na gihatag sa pulong sa Ginoo. No, especially dinhi sa sunod na mga verses. No, I just want to share una nga description diha because Jesus Christ is considered as the Son of Man. Kauban nato siya sa atong kinabuhi, then we must stay close to Christ sa atong kinabuhi. He is in the midst of the churches. Don't live your Christian life makaigsunan apart from Jesus. Stay in His Word. Stay in prayer. Stay faithful to Him. Walk with Him makaigsunan because He is involved sa iyahang church. And He is working in us and through us sa atong kinabuhi. And it is very important to remember who really Jesus is sa atong kinabuhi. He is not just a teacher makaigsunan. He is not just a prophet. He is not just a good man. He is a glorified Son of Man. It means si Jesus makaigsunan worthy sa atong worship. Dili lang karon, dili lang every Sunday makaigsunan, but every day of our lives through our personal devotions, through our service para sa iyaha, He deserves our worship. And He deserves our obedience, and He deserves the best from us. Isa ko nang giingon, He is the best and the greatest being in the whole universe na gimension sa book of Revelation. And the more we know Christ, the more we discover Him sa atong kinabuhi, then the more nga ato siyang higugmaon og simbahon sa atong kinabuhi. And that is why tungod kay gi-mention pud ani nga verse that his head is like white as snow. It reminds us mga igsuonan to live holy lives sa atong kinabuhi. Why? Because Jesus Christ is holy. And therefore, those who belong to Jesus Christ should desire holiness. That is why as we face temptations, as we serve Christ every day, naipangutana nato, dili lang kung allowed ba ni sa Bethel Baptist Church? Allowed ba ni nga akong buhaton? Sakto ba ni siya or dili? Or every time na temptation mo abot ang temptation nga either himuon nimo or dili, then ask makaigsuunan, makapahimaya ba ni kay Jesus or dili? Because we must remember makaigsuunan that Jesus sees everything. Busa gi-mention diha sa next na verses that His eyes are like flame of fire. Walay matago na to kang Jesus makaigsuunan. Therefore, we must live honestly before Him. When nobody is watching, kung ikaw na lang isa, unsa imuhang buhaton? When nobody is watching, remember that Jesus is watching. When nobody knows makaigsuunan, Jesus knows. When nobody sees your faithfulness sa imong pag-alagad sa Ginoo, then Jesus sees your faithfulness. Igsuon. That is why this is an encouragement sa atong tanan makaigsuonan to live not just for approval of people. Bisan pag walay nakakita, no? Ayaw kinabuhi, ayaw serve sa Ginoo just for the approval of people. Live for the approval of Jesus Christ. Live for the approval of Jesus Christ. That is why sa verse 20 naghatag siya diha og pahinumdom about the meaning or explanation about the vision of Revelation chapter 1. Ingon niya, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 golden candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches. So in general, makaigsuonan, ingon diha, Christ is with His church. As we face trials, as we face tribulations, makaigsuonan, as we face the future, then ingon sa pulong sa Ginoo, that the church is not abandoned. Especially in the last days, makaigsuonan. The church is not forgotten. The church belongs to Jesus Christ. No karon na panahon daghan tag mga ginaagian tingali nga dili mayo, even sa mga, di ba, sa mga manaingon pa nila, grabe nga mga wars karon nga panahon, but always remember makaigsuonan nga wala gyud gipasagdan ni Jesus ang iyahang church even until today. And that is why the book of Revelation, especially chapter 1, should lead us to worship Jesus Christ, beholding the glory of Christ, especially as we approach prophecy. Because the one who stands in the midst of the church is not an ordinary person. Busa pagabot diha sa verse 11, giingon sa pulong sa Ginoo sa vision ni John that I am the Alpha and the Omega. That is Jesus Christ makaigsuonan. He is the one whose eyes are like the flame of fire. His voice is like the sound of many waters. His face shines like the sun. Adingon diha, He was dead but is alive forevermore. So muna mga descriptions diha, He holds the keys of death and hell, and He holds the church in His hand. And as we look at Jesus Christ ang passage, then usay proper response nato makaigsuonan. Our response should be to glorify and to worship Jesus Christ. Because when we see Christ clearly sa atong kinabuhi makaigsuonan, we will worship Him deeply sa atong kinabuhi. We will obey Him deeply and we will serve Him faithfully. Samtang nagapaabot ta sa iyang pagbalik. That is why morning overall na message sa book of Revelation makaigsuonan. Wala lang gipakita niya sa ato ang vision, but we must embrace, we must behold the glory of Christ. To behold Him before you look at your circumstances sa imong kinabuhi. Nasama kang dyan, ang kinabuhi niya sa Patmos, I believe, lisod, uncertain, challenging. Okay, even sa atong kinabuhi, maybe karon makaingon ta inanang atong kahimtang, wala man ta sa Patmos, pero daghan tag mga kalisod sa atong kinabuhi karon. But this chapter reminds us, makaigsunan, that before you stare at the problem, behold the glory of Christ. Because when you see Christ, wholeheartedly, kung si Jesus dako no sa imong kinabuhi, dako sa imong vision, dako sa imong perspective, then your problem becomes smaller no sa imong kinabuhi. So look at Jesus mga igsunan before your circumstances. And worship Christ even when your circumstances are not perfect. Just like John, dili man perfect iyang circumstances, daghan siya mga kalisod diha, pero iyahang gisimba si Jesus. Because our worship, mga igsunan, is not ultimately based on our circumstances. Our worship is based on the worthiness of Jesus Christ. And also, mga igsunan, serve Christ because the church belongs to Him. Diba, kauban na to si Jesus, eringon sa pulong sa Ginoo, He is with us, okay? He is in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. He is in the midst, mga igsunan, because it reminds us that ministry is not all about us, okay? But it's all about Jesus Christ. Gaserve ta sa iyaha, not building our own kingdom, no, mga igsunan. But we are serving and we are building for Jesus Christ. So kung gawali ta, we are preaching for Christ. Kung gakanta ka, then you are singing for Jesus Christ. Kung gahatag ka, then you are giving for Christ. Because what we do, makaigsunan karon, is for Jesus Christ. Busa padayon sa pag-serve sa Ginoo, bisan wala pay, bisan walay no nakakita sa imuha. And keep your eyes on Christ until Jesus Christ comes. No, kaya ingon sa Book of Revelation, moabot ang panahon nga mobalik si Jesus. Okay? And as we wait for His coming, makaigsunan, then it is a good reminder for us no nga mag-alagad ta sa iyaha faithfully. So one day, we will see Him, and we will see Him, ingon sa pulong sa Ginoo, face to face. No, this Alpha and Omega, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, is in the midst of His church. And that King is coming again, makaigsunan. Whether you like it or not, this King is coming. Akong pangutana lang sa atong tanan karon na buntag, are you ready to see Him face to face? Andam ba ko sa pag-atubang kay Jesus? And are you beholding His glory karon? And are you worshiping Jesus wholeheartedly sa imong kinabuhi? So hinaot mga igsunan ang pulong sa Ginoo karon na buntag, no, sa mubo na panahon, hinaot nagpahinumdum sa atong tanan that the church must behold the glory of Jesus Christ. Magampo ta Ginoo, salamat sa imong pulong, namo natun-an karon na buntag. Panalangin ni kadto ng mga kamatuoran sa among kasing-kasing, and help us, dear Father, na ma-apply namo kadto sa among kinabuhi to behold your glory and to worship you wholeheartedly, Ginoo, and to serve you faithfully samtang nagapaabot kami sa pagbalik ni Jesus sa among kinabuhi. Gitugyan, ginasalig na mo kanimo ang tanan karon nga buntag sa ngalan ni Jesus. Amen.